Hello everyone, welcome to Sade's Tarot Tea. So today guys, I am super excited. I am going to be doing a reading on Bella Thorne. She is very controversial. The way she carries herself, the way she puts herself into the media. I'm really curious about her birth chart and what's in it, and just who she is as a person and her journey on the Disney Channel. If you guys don't know, Bella Thorne was on Disney and she was on a show called Shake It Up with Zendaya. There's been a lot of talks too with her relationship with Zendaya, how, you know, Zendaya went through a lot in the industry, and how, like, in regards to being an African American woman, and how Bella didn't back her up in a lot of those instances. And also Bella has been in the media a lot for her relationships, because she hops from relationship to relationship, which is very Libran of her. She is so Libra in that way, where she doesn't like being single. So I want to go ahead and look into her chart and see more of who she is. So part of the segment, guys, I'm going to start doing my videos this way, where I break down their birth chart to you guys, and then we'll pull on them and see how they feel about certain situations. And I want to look at how she feels about Tana Mongeau, because she was in a relationship with Tana, so I'm really curious about that and how that went. Bella doesn't like when people dive into her love life. Like, she will show her love life. She's a very open book type of person, I feel, from her energy, but she doesn't like when people pry all the way into her love life without her permission. You guys know that as of now, I'm not sure when I'm going to go back to doing personal readings. I've been trying to do other things as of recently, so I may go live here and there just to let you guys know. But for the people that have written me about personal readings, I will get back to you guys. I'm just not sure. My energy has been very low lately, so and it's because I'm working and doing other stuff. So yeah guys, I just want to let you guys know that I am not ignoring anybody, but I am struggling a little bit with getting back to people with personal readings. But I do want to read on you guys, so bear with me. I'm just trying to get myself on a schedule. It's just kind of, my life right now has been up in the air. But if you guys would still like to keep rocking with me and want to follow my journey on YouTube with my readings, I would love to have you here at the Teacup family. Would love to have you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell for when your girl pull up. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at Bella Thorne's birth chart. Really curious about her. I'm also going to be posting her birth chart on one of these sides here, and I already have her chart pulled up. So as you guys know, if you don't know, but if you follow her, you know that Bella's a Libra. Her birthday, happy birthday Bella, she just had a birthday, October 8th, 1997 is when she was born, the year she was born, which would make her, obviously, like I said, a Libra. Her moon is in Capricorn, her Mercury is in Libra, and I'm noticing her Venus is in Sag, but it's on the cusp, so it's Scorpio Sagittarius. So there we go with the prying. She doesn't like it, but she likes it. When she says it's okay, when she gives permission, yeah, that's where it's coming from. And then her Mars is in Sagittarius. So the first thing I heard intuitively from her chart is that she likes to appear a certain way to the media. She likes to appear a certain way to her fans, to anybody that wants to, that's looking from the outside in. So Bella, although she's very expressive, and her sun is in a very expressive sign, which is in Libra, which is about the arts and self-expression, doing things kind of not conventional, because Libras they can be rebellious in that way, where they don't seem like it, but I find that Libras can be very rebellious in the way they express themselves, in the way, not quite like an Aquarius, but aesthetically wise. They find comfort in finding their own style, their own fashion, and setting their own standard of how people should look at them, right? They do tend to camouflage into society sometimes when they're trying to find who they are. But Bella, from what I'm seeing in her chart, she's very expressive in the self. Like, she's very sure of herself. This is one thing I'm really liking from her energy, is that even though people have their opinions about her, people think she's trash, sometimes she knows. I don't think that, but you know, because this isn't about, like, unbiased, but I'm hearing that Bella knows that people think she's very trashy. She gets called a hoe, like she gets slut shamed a lot. But Bella's looking at it like, well, I'm just living my best life. And if you guys don't like that, then fuck you. You know, that's Bella's energy to me because she has that Sagittarius. So it's like she's very expressive when it comes to her sexuality. She, as we know, is bi. Or I don't even think she would label herself, but she's very bi in the sense of what style she'll go to. So sometimes you may see Bella dressing very androgynistic, I want to say, and I use that word very loosely, but she doesn't like putting herself in a box, but she will dress a little bit more on the masculine side sometimes because she has Capricorn and Sag in her chart, so that makes her very like, okay, I can channel this side of myself, which is very masculine, androgynistic, and she has like the bone structure for it too, which is really cool. But also she'll channel more feminine side, of more softer side, which is her Libra coming through. I don't know exactly what her rising is. They don't have it, unfortunately, but she's very aware of the way she appears to the public. So there's not much that people can say to Bella that would make her be like, yeah, you know, oh my god, I didn't know that. Or she's very aware of herself. That's what I will say for a Libra. She's very aware of herself, and she doesn't like camouflaging. She did this when she was younger, I'd say when she was on Disney, because she felt she had to and because she was under a contract. But kind of like with Miley, she broke out of that. You know, and she doesn't like when people put her in this type of box where she feels like she can't be herself. Now let's look at how Bella expresses her emotions, which is her moon in Capricorn. So I would say Bella expresses her emotions through throwing herself into work. You know, she doesn't like to talk about her emotions. She doesn't really like to deal with confrontation. She's not a very confrontational person. She will stand up for what is right when she feels that it's necessary. But a lot of times what I'm feeling from Bella is that she tends to avoid speaking up for people or speaking up for what she feels. Okay, guys, and I'm starting to pull cards on her personality because I do want to get a look at what Spirit has to say in regards to her personality as well as we looking at her chart. I would also say that too, another thing that goes with Bella's personality is she's someone that likes to, having that moon in Capricorn, that Sagittarius energy, she likes to stay very busy. I would also say she doesn't like to be in her emotions for too long. Like I said, she's very sexual as well, like as we could see with her pictures and stuff. Like she likes to express herself very sexually, but there's something very, at the same time, I would say conservative about the way she comes across with her beliefs. She's conservative in the fact that she doesn't like expressing her political beliefs. She's expressive and only her, I hope this makes sense, guys, but she's expressive only in her aesthetic. That's when you will see the most of her personality come out. And by aesthetic, I mean like the way she dresses, what she chooses to give her creative projects to. That's where the most, you will hear the most of her opinions coming out. She's very deep. Bella's a very deep person, but you wouldn't know that because she seems very surface level. But she does that because it's her aesthetic. She likes to seem that way. Kind of like, I would say kind of like that Kylie effect, but like she's someone that likes to remain neutral in situations, which is her Libra. But also there's a deeper side to her, which is her moon in Capricorn. And she's a very smart businesswoman too. Like she likes to move in the directions where, or move in situations where it makes her money. She's very good at marketing herself, or finding people to help her market herself. I feel like when Bella was a child, she was very rebellious. I keep picking that up from her. Like I feel like she was a very rebellious, outspoken child. She just wasn't, she didn't know how, with her Mercury in Libra, she didn't really know how to say certain things, or she would try to sugarcoat a lot of the things that she says. But she's very deep, guys. I don't think people realize how deep Bella is. She's very, very deep, and she does have a lot of political beliefs. She does have a lot of things that she talks about with her friends. I'm seeing her sit in like a circle and they'll talk about like worldly issues. She oftentimes, I'm hearing allegedly, she likes to get high and like talk about like very political, I keep hearing politics for her because she doesn't express it outside of herself. Like she doesn't put it out on her social media, but she will talk about it with people that she's comfortable with. But she has a lot of opinions, like a lot of opinions. And she's really kind-hearted too. Like she has this intimidating air about her. at the same time, like when you meet her, she can seem very intimidating, but she's very kind. Like she wants to keep peace. She's all about keeping the peace, keeping the peace amongst one another. Like she doesn't like fighting. She doesn't like having explosive arguments. Now she will get upset when she's mad. She explodes, like, because she will get upset. She will, you know, say something to people that she's comfortable with, or if she doesn't want to talk about something, she will say it. And walk away when she feels necessary, because like I said, she's someone that does not like to deal with confrontation right then and there. She will kind of avoid, I'd say, at first, and then express it when she feels comfortable, but by that time I'm feeling like it's too late. Like people are already pissed at her. I'm also pulling cards on her personality, guys, just because the chart really does help me, but I want to see what else comes out for her. I also feel like Bella's very spiritual, whereas like she'll go with the flow, and what she feels is very spiritual for herself, and that's her Sagittarius coming through, and her Libra. And I'd say she goes for what brings her peace. Like if it doesn't bring her peace, she walks away from it. She's very good at putting her walls up and walking away from people that do not benefit her. But when it comes to her relationships, I would say she lags in that, because she will stay in situations with her love life that does not benefit her. But if this person keeps bringing negativity into her life, she is able to detach with that air and that Sag and be like, okay, like enough is enough. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm moving on. But it takes her a while. Because of that moon in Capricorn, she lets it pile and pile up, and then she explodes. So I would say, Bella, make sure that you're channeling your anger in a more healthy avenue. Like I'd say her being that Mars and Sagittarius, I would say for her to get into fitness or exercise, which I do feel like she gets out, or she'll travel a lot. I feel like Bella likes to travel like a lot, or she likes dating people that are international. Like I think there was this one guy, I think she's still with him, but I think he's French, and that's so her, with her Venus and Sag and her Mars and Sag. We will see Bella in and out of more relationships as we have in the past, because she gets bored of her relationships quite fast. She never stays in a situation for too long. Like I said, she's someone that likes to keep moving forward, but her moon in Capricorn holds her back from truly moving on and getting over someone, because she really holds in the emotions of her partner, I'd say. And also she tends to never really heal because of her moon in Capricorn. She tends to overwork herself to the point where she could make herself sick. So she needs to be careful of doing that. But we are going to see Bella in a lot more acting roles. I feel like she has a couple more movies lined up. She's very good at having work for herself. She's very good at aligning herself to have work. She's very driven too. She's a very driven person. I keep feeling that from her. I'd say some negative things about Bella that again she needs to work on through her chart. What it's telling me is not really learning to express herself in a more healthier way. Not suppressing her emotions, and not beating herself up for her past. And I'm seeing there could be some form of addiction or using to escape because of her Sag and her Capricorn. Capricorns don't get this rep, but Capricorns it's the devil in tarot, so they feed off of their fears, and they let their fears hold them back. So she needs to be careful of doing that as well, I'd say. Or having some really bad habits, or having addiction problems, allegedly, like drinking, drugs. I do feel like Bella, because of her Libra and her Capricorn and her Sag, she tends to experiment a lot. Like she will experiment. She's okay, if in the moment I feel it, I'll do it. That's the type of energy I get from her. But she needs to be careful of surrounding herself with people that do not have her best interest and can get her into scandals, which I feel like in the past we've seen her do that. So that's some negative things I'm feeling too. Also, she could be a bit, I'd say, selfish. Like when she's upset or when she's going through stuff, she will start drama when it doesn't, like in her friendships, I mean, guys, she will start shit and then leave, like a typical Sag. Like she will start the drama and then leave. So I would say she needs to be careful of doing that. Like that is a big issue I'm picking up from her that she does. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'm feeling this is just a part of her chart that we're looking at. So I want to ask Spirit about her. Spirit wants to make me aware that Bella's a very giving person. She actually gives to a lot of charities behind the scenes, guys, which is very sweet. I got the Six of Pentacles. She's a very giving person. She likes to give to a lot of charities. She likes to go out and do stuff for people, not just in charities, but with her friends. Like, she likes to pay. Like, she's that type of friend that will, like, pay for her friends. She'll be like, oh, I got it, no worries, I got it. And or her partner, like, she doesn't like that double standard of a guy has to do all the, you know, has to be the one that's chivalrous. So that's been a big issue for her, that Spirit is saying it's a great side of her, but she's had to learn, or she's going to learn to have to take that back somewhat, because a lot of people could take advantage, or they have taken advantage of that. Also, I keep hearing that Spirit wants Bella to know her worth and to understand that she is worthy of everything and anything the universe is giving her. Sometimes that's her moon in Capricorn. She gets into her head and is like, do I really deserve these opportunities? But you do, because you're a hard worker. And she gives back a lot, guys. That's what I keep picking up on, to her detriment, even with her friends. Like, she's very giving. And also, too, Four of Wands came out in regards to her personality, too, saying that what Spirit also wants her to know is that it's okay to close the door on people, that she doesn't have to befriend everybody she knows, you know, or remain neutral. Like, because I said this in the beginning, but she likes to remain neutral. She doesn't like bad blood with people. She doesn't like burning bridges with people. And Spirit's saying sometimes it's okay to leave things the way it was. Like, you don't have to go back in the past. And which is her moon in Capricorn. She's very, like, she's a very she lives in the past. Like, that's what I keep picking up from her. She lives in the past. Yeah, as I said, that Six of Cups in the reverse. She lives in the past. She tries to move on from the past, but she lives in the past, like, so much. She has an issue healing from her past wounds. I also feel like there's been some things. I think Bella Thorne had a book where she talked about some stuff, but I feel like her past, or her childhood, Six of Cups talks about childhood. Her childhood was really bad. I know she's been vocal about this, but it's also coming out in my cards that she did not have a good childhood. She was, I'm hearing homeless, and I believe she's spoken about this too, but I'm just now feeling it from my cards, guys, that this is coming out in her energy, that she was homeless. And so when she went on the Disney Channel, it was like, it really helped her and her mom out as well. I also know that Bella's spoken about her being molested. So yeah, that's coming out as well with the Six of Cups. It's talking about a really bad childhood. Five of Swords, as well as saying there was a lot of conflict in her childhood, a lot of not her parents not being stable, her not being able to have a stable family life. So she really does want that. And it's talking about too that Bella was very unstable in her childhood, but she had to learn to become her version of stable. So she's really not stable, guys, in a lot of instances, and Spirit wants her to get around more stable people as well. Like, that's been a big issue for her growing up, especially in the industry. It's been a big issue, but she was definitely supposed to be in the industry. That much is certain. Spirit is also saying that sometimes Bella deals with well, a lot of times she has a lot of insomnia. She has a lot of problems getting to sleep, or she'll have a lot of past energy. Like, she has a lot of people that come back and try to use her, and a lot of, or she feels like people are just out to use her or want to use her. She tries to think the best of people, but she's had to learn. Yeah, as I said, that Page of Swords, people tend to watch her every move. Like, she's had to learn to, like, distance herself, like, really detach herself, because people, she's had this issue of people constantly trying to come back in her life and, like, using her and just treating her like shit, you know what I'm saying? And she's made some questionable decisions as well. Like, she's made some decisions where she's burned a lot of bridges in her life, and we're human, it happens, but she's burned some bridges in her life and her past, and she doesn't have the best rapport when it comes to her friends, or like past friends or past lovers. More so past lovers, because she gets bored. I keep feeling that from Bella Thorne. Like, she gets so bored of people so easily, or she detaches so fast that people are like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, did I even know her? That's a little bit about who she is. That's also, she's very sexual, like very sexual. Like she's that person that she doesn't care. Like she'll do stuff. She'll do really sexual stuff. Like she does not care. So I also want to see how she feels about Disney Channel, guys. What was her journey like on Disney Channel? Also, I want to say too, if Bella's feeling really emotional, you will not see it. She likes to not feel her emotions. She likes people to not know she's upset or hurt. She will talk about it sometimes, but she likes to remain like, oh, I'm always happy, I'm always good, living my best life. Even if she's not, you will not see Bella upset. Yeah, Bella deals with a lot of, Spirit is saying that Bella deals with a lot of anxiety and depression underneath the surface, a lot of trauma. So she's trying to learn to get out of this energy, and she's healing though, which is really beautiful to see that. Bella is someone that's very medicinal, I want to say. Like she likes to work on her inner healing. She doesn't like being stuck in her trauma, and she's been working on that. Very here we go again, Ace of Wands. She is gonna have more projects coming out, as we know, but very sexual. And also it is talking about that she has been trying to release herself. She tries to release herself, her problems, and forget about her problems through sex. Like sex has been a form of addiction for her. I pick up on that too. I'm not saying that Bella's a sex addict. I'm not going to diagnose her, but there has been problems with her finding her confidence through sex, and like she likes to have sex. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with being sexually confident, but Bella noticed that, or she's going to notice that it was an unhealthy pattern, or she's noticed it. I think she's noticed it. Okay, so they're telling me about that, but I want to know about her journey on Disney. What was that like for her? Guys, she did not like Disney Channel. She didn't like it. Oh, God. I feel it. She did not like it. Okay, so Bella, when she was on Disney Channel, she did not like it, guys. The Hermit is in the reverse. It actually kept her busy. She did like that it got her platform. She likes that it was a good start for her. Obviously, like I say with some of the Disney Channel stars, she liked that it branched her out and got her out of her comfort zone, because believe it or not, before, you wouldn't know this looking at her through Shake It Up and like how she is now, but she was very introverted. Like she was very shy, and she was going through a lot of her own issues with her childhood. Like I said, guys, she did not have a good childhood, and I believe Bella has spoken that she's gotten molested, and I'm definitely feeling that from her as well. But it helped her heal in a way where she got out of her comfort zone, and she realized somewhat that she was growing and coming into herself, and she was healing. So she thought, right? This is what she was thinking. But like I said, what Bella likes to do with her moon in Capricorn, she likes to work and work and work and work and overwork herself to the point where she doesn't have time to think about what happened to her, or to heal, or to fully acknowledge her pain, right, guys? So I'm also seeing an overbearing, the Emperor's coming out as her father. Or this could either be her father, or it could be her manager. So I feel like it's both coming through in her energy, but I feel like there's been overly domineering, aggressive energies that have tried to work with Bella, and she's had to cut ties. Or even on Disney Channel, there was an aggressive, it could be a woman as well, there was an aggressive energy that really took the fun out of her childhood, as well as, you know, not only did she have, I'm feeling this traumatic experience growing up, she was thrusted into the industry, and she didn't really like it. Like she wanted to rebel a lot of times, I'm feeling, with what they wanted her to do on set, or just throughout, you know, her entire Disney career. She did not like it. I don't know if they went on tour, if her and Zendaya went on like a Shake It Up tour or something. I'm feeling like, or there was talks of that, because the show was getting really good. It was getting big, you know, and she did not want to do it. Like she was just like, I don't want to do this. Like I'm not happy, because although Bella is very outspoken in certain instances with her personality, and you know, there is a part of her that's still very introverted and shy and doubts herself and beats herself up for a lot of things. So I'm seeing there wasn't a lot of time for self-reflection, and so that's why Bella sometimes lashes out and does certain things, where we're like, whoa, what's going on? Or in her relationships, she shows herself through relationships, or she tries to get people's attention through relationships. But I'm seeing her journey on Disney Channel was not very pleasant. Like, she didn't like it. She kind of liked it. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of problems with the show happening. It almost ended. I don't know how many seasons there were of Shake It Up, but it wasn't supposed to go on as long as it did, or there was talks of it not getting picked up again. Probably there was like, how many seasons were there, guys? Okay, guys, so I just looked it up, and there were 3 seasons of Shake It Up. And I'm seeing that it was almost not picked up. So I'm either hearing it was going to end after the 2nd season, or it was not going to. It was just a pilot that they shot, and it was not going to get picked up. Because I'm feeling like Bella just felt very overwhelmed at times, or she doubted herself a lot, whether she could or could not do it. So I'm seeing a lot of men around her too. She's had a lot of issues with men, I'm feeling. A lot of issues with men. But there was a contract that she got binded into, and that led into the 3 seasons, because it did get picked up and they were doing well with the 1st season. But it's something with Bella's energy. I'm feeling she didn't like it, because she's someone that likes to do her own thing. She likes to rebel, and even young, I'm feeling she liked to do that. Yeah, but then it became something that helped her mom or her family gain money, and she was kind of like, I'm feeling a lot of her life shamed into doing a lot of the things that she didn't want to do. She was shamed. I keep feeling like shame. Yeah, there's a lot of men around her that took advantage of her. So I don't know if this has to do with her. I know she's spoken, like I said, about getting molested, allegedly. I think she said that. But I'm feeling like even throughout her career, even till this day, there's been issues with that. Like, just men just being entitled to her. Yeah, guys, she didn't like it. It was very hard. She was happy when it ended, to be honest. She was happy when it ended. So let me see how she feels about Zendaya. Okay, guys, so I asked, how does Bella feel about Zendaya? I'm seeing that they don't really talk. Like, they don't really speak anymore, to be honest. The Page of Cups came out in the reverse with the Knight of Wands in the upright. So I'm feeling like there was some love in the past for each other, or there was some form of, getting close and having love for each other in the past. Like, they have pleasant memories together on set, but they don't really speak. I'm seeing they've moved on. I'm seeing they've moved on. I'm gonna even say, I feel like Bella thinks Zendaya is beautiful. Like, I feel like she has a crush on her. I don't know about Zendaya yet, but I feel like I'm gonna say that Bella has a crush on Zendaya, or she thinks she's very beautiful. Like, she thinks she's gorgeous. Like, I mean, come on, we all can see that. Zendaya is beautiful. But I also feel like there was a falling out with their mom on set. There was something that happened with their mothers. I'm feeling like they've had issues with their moms, like while they were on set in the past. There have been issues of favoritism, because I think that I didn't really watch the show too tough, guys. My sister used to watch it, but I feel like the mom or one of their parents, maybe it's just one of their parents, I felt like it was Zendaya. Like, her parents felt like they were giving they were giving Bella more airtime, or like more of the lines, or they were favoring Bella more. So that kind of caused a rift in their friendship from the jump. But I don't really feel like they talk as much anymore. Like, if they do see each other, or if they have spoken in the past, it's been quick. I feel like it's been quick communication. But I also feel like Bella has a crush on Zendaya. I feel like she thinks she's so beautiful. But I'm not feeling like it's bad, but I'm not feeling like they're cordial, I guess I should say. But I'm not feeling like they're close, that's what I meant to say. I don't feel like they're very close. Like I said, Bella likes to remain civil with people, so on her end, I feel like she just feels like it's civil. Like, okay, cool. Like, but she has a lot of, on Bella, the way Bella feels towards Zendaya, I feel like she thinks she's beautiful. Like, she would do something about it, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. This Emperor keeps coming out. I wonder if that's Bella's agent. This aggressive, domineering energy keeps coming out. It's probably her father. Okay, guys, so I looked on their Instagrams and they are following each other, which is good. But I feel like, yeah, I just keep hearing civil. I feel like now I'm asking, how does Zendaya feel about Bella, and I'm getting the Knight of Cups in the reverse. I'm wondering if they have like a little crush on each other. I'm wondering if that was a thing. I don't know if Bella would consider, not Bella, I'm sorry. I don't know if Zendaya would consider herself bi, or if she has wanted to experiment in the past. Now, Knight of Cups can just talk about two. Although it can be a very romantic card, it can mean having love for your friend, having a, but it's also, I'm gonna say it's a very romantic card. It's very romantic. I'm wondering if they had something that happened, like intimately, or if they had a thing for each other. I'm not trying to spread rumors, but I'm seeing both of their energies. In Bella's energy, it came out very sexual, and now in her and Zendaya's energy, it's very loving, like romantic. She feels like, but Zendaya feels like they worked well together. She does still have love for her in whatever way. Let's just say friendship. She has love for her, but she's wanted to get closer again to Bella, but I feel like they've grown apart. I just feel like they've grown apart. She has pleasant memories of working with her as well on set, but she does feel like they favored Bella a lot. She does feel like that on the Disney Channel. She feels like that. Yeah, I'm seeing that they don't really talk as much. I do feel like there was some back and forth, like arguments that they had. I feel like it was really hard for them to get along at times, because I feel like Bella was used to the spotlight kind of being on her. They started very young too, so there was probably some cattiness. Yeah, they've had their fights, they've had their arguments, but I'm not seeing that they talk as much anymore. I'm not seeing that, guys. I'm not seeing they're cool, but it's not like they're close. They've grown apart for sure. But I feel like there was some stuff that went down between them. Or there was interest. Let me say that. There was interest. Okay, guys. So now I want to see how Bella feels about Tana Mongeau, because they had that whole thing going on where they were in a relationship, and then I want to see what's to come for Bella. Okay, guys, so I want to first start off by saying, before I get started, Bella and Tana had some bomb-ass sex. Like, I'm just going to say that right now, like, I feel it. Yeah, Bella is really good in bed. She's very good in bed. Anyway, so I just want to say that. So I'm seeing that there wasn't really a commitment between them. I'm seeing that there was a lot of toxic energy that went between them. I'd say more so, I mean, they both have their toxicity, but I feel like Tana was very toxic for Bella, and Bella realized that, and so, like I said, guys, like, she'll remain civil with you, she'll remain cordial, but I feel like because of that, she cut ties, or they walked away, because I'm seeing there's a broken communication. I'm seeing that they don't really talk anymore, and that there's been no forward movement with each other. They used to just meet up and have fun, and they were just kind of doing it as like a social media type of, oh, we're together type of thing. Because like I said, I don't know if I said this in the beginning, but Bella likes to do things for shock value. A lot of times she likes to, or she's moving out of that energy now, but she used to like to do things for shock value, or especially with people that she was in a relationship with. And who she put herself in a relationship with, but now she's calming down a little bit more, I'm seeing. But yeah, there was a lot of, they weren't on the same page is what I'm feeling, and I feel like Tana wanted a little bit more commitment from Bella, but Bella was like, no, we're just having fun, like, you know what it is, like, you knew what it was. I also feel like that, I feel like Bella felt that Tana, almost said Tana. I feel like Bella felt that Tana was too vain, too superficial. And there was a lot of lying, sneaking, and cheating, or not even cheating, because they weren't really together. But there was a lot of, like, dishonesty that went on with them being in the same room or being together. There was a lot of not being honest is what I was feeling. But I'm seeing that they did have good moments, but they also had very toxic habits, like drinking together, just having a good time, partying. Bella sees it as more of a, well, that was a phase. I was just having fun with her. Now, Bella does consider herself, she does like women, but she likes to be with men more, I'm feeling. But Tana feels like she was just trying to have a good time too, but then she feels like she did get her feelings like involved a bit more than she would have liked. But I'm seeing that they no longer really talk as often. If they do, it's kind of quick. It's like a quick, hey, like, how are you doing? Especially there's a lot of things that Tana does that Bella doesn't like. Like, she may not speak up a lot about her politics and what she feels is supposed to happen in the world, or how she feels things should be better, but I'm seeing that there's a lot of communication of that with her friends. Like, she really hates the way the world is and wishes that we would love each other more and be more understanding. But she doesn't really feel, I want to see how I want to see how Bella feels about Tana's recent scandal about Tana being, quote unquote racist. Bella doesn't like people bringing this up to her. Like, she gets so mad. She gets mad when people bring up Tana to her. Like, she doesn't like talking about it. Yeah, she doesn't like it, guys, but she doesn't like talking. Yeah, I'm seeing that I'm actually feeling like there was a lot of disagreements that they had, because like I said, Bella does like talking about that stuff behind the scenes. She won't really address it like in front of people or in person. Like, she doesn't really like talking about religion or politics. But she will talk about it, like with her friends or with the person she's with. She will express how she feels, but this was part of what they would actually argue about, stuff like that, or get into disagreements. Yeah, she doesn't agree with it. She doesn't like it. That was a side of Tana she didn't really know too much about, but because they didn't like talking about it, or she didn't like talking about it with her. So, wow. So let's see what what messages Spirit has for Bella, and then I'll wrap the video. I feel like I already kind of talked about her projects, what she'll get into. I feel more music will come out for Bella. I see Bella in another show. I feel like she'll either do a reality TV. I heard she'll be in a reality TV show, is what I heard. Kind of like Big Brother. Maybe, is it Big Brother? I heard Big Brother. Or something like that. I see her doing more music. I see her getting into another show. Spirit is going to test her in regards to her spirituality. They want her to get more spiritual and to get out of her fears, because there's still a lot of fear and healing that needs to happen with Bella. She's not moving on. Like I said, she has this problem from moving on from toxic people, from looking back in the past too much, or blinding herself to the people that do not have her best interests, is what I feel. So Spirit is going to help her move her out of that energy, or they want to help her move out of that energy. Okay, guys. There's this authority card again. She's going to get into a legal battle, or she will be in a legal battle with her or her manager, or there was a legal battle that she went through in the past, is what I'm feeling as well. But Spirit wants to help move her out of her depression as well, is what I'm feeling with this. Yeah, Spirit wants to move her out of this energy of self-sabotaging as well. She self-sabotages good people in her life. And they want to heal her from this very overly domineering, aggressive energy that allegedly used her. And they want her to find her light again. They don't want her to be codependent on people around her, or they don't want her to have people around her that just feed her ego. She needs to get around more positive people, is what I'm hearing. And people that are more healthy. in regards to their health and the way they think. Yeah. Wow, that was deep. Okay guys, so that was my reading on Bella Thorne. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a good time reading on her. I've been wanting to read on Bella for some time now, you know, so I'm really happy that I finally got around to it. Subscribe to my channel please if you like what you see here and you would love to see more. Please hit that notification bell for when your girl pull up. And I want to say I love you guys so much. Thank you for all of the love and support you guys give me. Namaste. Love and light.